Steve, how would you describe Steph's performance tonight?
Yeah, vintage Steph. I mean, that's about as good as it gets, against a very physical defense with great size. I think over the last 10 or 12 games, Memphis has had the best defensive rating in the league. So they're a really good team defensively, and for Steph to go out and get 46, he showed every bit of his talent tonight and his will.
How have you seen Gary grow his offensive game?
How do you explain it?
Or just how have you seen? How do you explain it? How have you seen him just?
Oh, how have I seen it? Well, he spent the summer really working hard on that three-point shot. He revamped it a little bit, and works on it daily. And he shoots the ball with confidence, and he's the guy who's had to claw his way to get to this point. So he's fearless. He's finally getting a real chance to play big minutes on a good team. So he's the kind of guy who's going to seize his opportunity and make the most of everything. So he's fun to watch.
When you signed him to that 15th roster spot, and because you said it before the game tonight and a couple other occasions, I need to find more minutes for him on the floor. When you signed him to that 15th roster spot, or he was brought in, did you expect yourself to be saying that time and time again? I need to find more minutes for him. I need to find more minutes for him.
Well, the one thing we really liked this year was the roster around Gary. We felt like last year we wanted to play him more, but it's hard to find combinations that fit. And this team is so versatile that it's really easy to find a five-man combination that allows Gary to play the way he plays and allows us to get the most out of him. So we knew he would play a role. We really liked him a year ago and all summer, and we knew we needed a defensive-minded guard to complement the rest of the roster. So we expected him to help us win games, but a game like this, that's 4 for 7 from 3 and 22 points. I didn't expect that.
A couple things, Steve. Just how important were the non-Steph threes? You had 11 of those, and everybody kind of pitched in. Gary a part of that, and then also, what did you like defensively tonight? Yeah,
J.K. made a couple threes in the first half. That was big. We were down 10 points or so in that first quarter, and I thought J.K. came in, did a good job. Belly made some big shots, so it was. If you make 19 threes, you're usually going to win, and we needed to make them. So really good win, but the defense was solid too. 42% shooting. We held Memphis to, and after their sizzling start, I mean, they were smoking the first 8 minutes or so. We were able to cool them off a little bit anyway, and do enough to win the game.
Steve, Steph, in recent games had been less efficient than he was earlier. And you suggested the other night maybe a little bit tired. I don't know, but how much of this do you think was him pressing to get the record and the hangover that maybe followed that? And how did he look to you tonight, given what you've seen in the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, I mean, this was his most efficient game in a couple of weeks for sure. I think there was some pressing going on as he was nearing the record. But I think also over 82 games, you there's going to be some ups and downs, and Steph never lets a few subpar shooting nights bother him. So this didn't surprise me. The law of averages are going to catch up.
Did you feel his frustration boiling a little bit in the last couple of weeks? I mean, it seemed like it came out.
A little bit. There were a couple times where he was frustrated. He was, missing some shots. But, he was also in the midst of chasing that record, and there was a lot going on. So biggest thing is, we've managed to continue to win. And, Steph is such a competitor. He wants to win first and foremost. And so that's been happening, and that's been great. But he also wants to play an efficient game and make shots, and tonight he was deadly.
On the play, you guys kind of clinched the win. He, it was a miss, but it was kind of skillful of him to hit rim, and then Otto gets the rebound, kicks it out, he gets the drive. How important is that in a situation like that? I mean, for him to even just get it up and get rim on that.
I'm sorry, I missed.
He got rim on that three that Porter
Oh,
gets
yeah,
the
yeah,
rebound.
yeah, on the, at the end of the shot
Yeah,
clock.
yeah.
That was a huge play. That's not easy to do under duress. And, so for Steph to put it on the board, catch the rim, and then Otto, who made so many big plays tonight in terms of his rebounding, his block shots. He had a great verticality play against Ja late, which was key. That was a big sequence.
You guys, your next five, I think, are what, Phoenix, Denver, Utah. How much do you, he was just mentioning some of the other guys making a bunch of threes. How much do you just kind of need some random contributions here and there without Jordan and Andrew?
Yeah, I mean, I think when you're without several key guys, especially scorers, guys who you rely on for points and shooting, you pretty much have to find a couple of guys making shots each night. And tonight we got that obviously with Gary and JK and Otto. We expect Otto to make shots. Belly too, but those guys knocked down 5 threes between them. So the margin for error is definitely slimmer, and we just have to do what we did tonight, which is defend and then just find ways to score.
What do you make of the fact that you guys